Alright, let's get this Jewel ready to race. I already checked the oil and the coolant, the brake fluid. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the 275/60 radials, I'm going to put them at 17 pounds. Last time I went racing, I didn't even check the tire pressure. I'm going to put the fronts to 35, and I'm going to load a tune in it that has 17 degrees is the max time, and it'll go at wide open throttle, which the motor like 29 degrees, and it's on E85, so it's actually reading about E75. I don't think it's going to go over 12 pounds of boost. That gives us 11, but it's on E85, so 1 pound per boost. I think that's a gasoline thing. E85 you can get by with more timing. Oh, also on the last pass, front end still bounced a little. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe the rear end's just not perfectly straight, but I went ahead and tightened up the compression and the rebound 2 clicks. And we're going to mount that somewhere. But first, I'm going to load the tune. As you can see there, max timing, 17 degrees. Alright, there we go. A couple self-tappers. And took the kick panel out and ran the line up there. And I think that's a good home for it. I can just reach up there and hit the dial, bleed off that boost pressure to the waste gates, increase the boost. Alright, so I checked the tire pressure, and the fronts are 36 and the rears are 18 perfectly. Didn't even have to mess with them. So I'll probably just leave them there, and if I feel I need to lower the tire pressure at the track, we can lower it some to like 16s, like as low as I like to go on those. And if it still spins, we can just loosen up the front end. But I'm gonna drive it to the car washer and just spray it off. You know, the bird crap got me. And we'll put it on the lowest setting on the way there and hit boost once. See what it says, see if it still says 5 pounds. And then we'll do like 2 clicks and hit it on the way back. See what that does. Alright, I'm at the car wash. I turned it 2 clicks. I did a little hit. It only went up to 130 kPa, whereas before it was going like 133 on the map sensor, which it's not making as much boost as it was before. And I did 2 clicks and it didn't make a difference at all. So on the way back we'll try 4 clicks, see if that helps any. Well, I did 6 clicks and that ain't working. I must have a kink in my line somewhere. I'm just going to put it out under the hood. I mentioned my hood, it didn't come as clean last time. That fiberglass hood, man, them white ones, it gets dirty, it's hard to get it clean. But yeah, good thing we tested it now, because we still got about 4 hours for the race to start. We'll try something different. But on the plus note, the AFRs were actually a little too fat. They were 11 flat to 12. Towards the end of the run, it was about 12, but taking off through most of it, it was 11 to 11.5. Right at the end, it'd shoot up to 12, but I can easily fix that. So I don't know what's going on here. This should work. I don't see any kinks or anything anywhere. And I know this thing would go up to 7 pounds of boost, because when the exhaust went back and hit this line and burnt the line in 2, it went up to 7 pounds of boost with just that wastegate disconnected. Well, both of them are disconnected. I'm thinking it'll go up to about 12. So I'm just gonna put the boost controller here, and I'm gonna run off the this up to the boost controller, and then the wastegate arrow back down to the wastegates. So I don't know why this don't work. I mean, it blows through there easy. It's not kinked, but I have a hard time blowing through that. I just have a hard time blowing through it for some reason. And everything else works as it should. I can blow through that easy. And then when I turn the boost up to relieve pressure on the boost controller, I can blow through that port easy. So that should bleed off the air and increase the pressure. I don't know. I think that hose is just too small, maybe. I don't know, man. Or maybe it's just too long. I don't know. This time we're going to run it different. I wound up putting the boost controller there. I already did 4 clicks on it. This one coming out of the turbo goes up. It goes right here. And then this way, it'll bleed the pressure off here before it even gets to the wastegates. And then that one, wastegates, goes back down to that splitter. And it splits and it goes to each wastegate. This turbo's kind of getting hot, so I'm going to have to put another zip tie there to keep it off the turbo. Because, whew, that thing's hot. Alright, let's try this again, this time with 4 clicks. So oddly enough, that didn't make a difference either. We're going to turn it out about 8 turns. Well, that worked. The highest I could get before was 129. It got up to 134. The air is bad, so it takes more to get this higher. Before, when the air was good, we was reaching 133 with it connected straight to the turbo, to the lines going straight to the wastegate. But I had to go 10 clicks just to make 5 difference in kPa, and that's only about 2 pounds of boost. So probably gonna have to wind up unscrewing that all the way. I don't know. I think once you reach a certain point, we'll go 5 more and we'll test that at the track. But it is working. It just takes way more turns than I had thought. But look, the injector duty cycle looks good. This is 1 off for some reason. It's perfect 14.7 and up, but down here it's 1 complete AFR off. So I mean, I was looking right at the cage. It never went to 11.5. It's actually more than 1 full off. But yeah. Let's see. Almost got up to 135. And before it almost got up to 130. So 5 kPa. So I just did the math on that. 10 full turns. And I didn't even get 1 full pound of boost. We go to the track and it don't work right. If I loosen that and it don't go up, I'm gonna unhook them at the wastegate, and that'll give us all the boost them springs can give us, which again I think will be about 12 pounds. But we'll see. We're gonna let it cool down, and then here in a little bit, I don't know, it's 4:30. The race will start at 7, so we'll let it cool down. We'll drive over there. We'll see what it does, and I'm gonna give it another 5 clicks and then make a pass, see what that does, and then I guess we'll go from there. But it kind of sucks I unhooked that from here because it was working. I just had to turn it a whole bunch for it to work. But I am going to put it back there. I'm lazy. I want to just reach over and turn it up instead of having to pop the hood, turn it up, etc. But yeah, it's going to go back right there. But now that I cut up my line to do that out there under the hood, we'll have to buy more line. And here's the time to beat. 5 pounds of boost. See if we can beat it. The DA is higher. The DA, if the DA is high, it's around 3,000. It makes your car run slower. I think the DA was only about 800 on this day, so we'll see. this time I had like 25 clicks in that thing, and it's almost all the way out. Yeah, it's not even clicking no more. And I know the boost goes up higher than that. It only went up like 6 pounds. When that line burnt in two, the car went up 7 pounds. Maybe it's just the weather, I don't know. But here's what we're doing next. We're unhooking this thing. The waste ain't going to get no boost pressure, and it's going to make the most boost that little turbo can make. Lewis is helping me out. He's videoing the races for me and helping me with the car and stuff today. He's my bracket race buddy. I have to get some videos of us bracket racing.
Yeah.
Say hi to YouTube with us.
Oh, YouTube.
This is beautiful 73 Le Mans. Got a 455 big block in it. This has a little RV cam in it, but he just bracket races it for fun. And he wins a lot. But yeah, we'll see what it'll run now with the wastegates unhooked. It's going to do all the pressure that little GT45 Turbo can make. Well, it made about 9-10 pounds of boost that time, but it blowed the tires clean off of it as soon as I took off. I don't think that left lane is as good as the right lane. Plus, they're not even prepping the track tonight. I'm gonna try the right lane. I'm gonna leave everything alone and try the right lane again. I've been having luck in the right lane. So I checked the tire pressure, and it was at 20 pounds. It was at 18, but when you get heat in the tires, they get more pressure somehow. But I went ahead and dropped those to 17 pounds. And they actually prepped the track. We have 4 of the fastest cars up there, and they actually prepped the track. So there you guys have it. 1023 at 127.9. We'll call it 128, but it's blowing through the converter now with that more boost, and it's running out of gear. Maybe if I lower the gear to a 355, it'll fix both those issues, which will be more driver friendly on the highway. These 410 gears on the highway suck, but also it's running out of injector again. So we're going to need a better fuel system, bigger injectors, and a 355 gear, and then after that we'll see if the torque converters going to have to be tightened up a little bit. But there y'all have it. I'm really impressed with this thing. With the calculations I do, if the KPA outside was 100, that would have been 8 pounds of boost, but the KPI outside wasn't 100, so it's probably more around 9 or 10 pounds of boost. But yeah, I'll get this thing in good weather. That probably would have been a 9. The DA was about 2,000. And on the plus note, I think we made 4th or 5th on the Screaming Eagles list of the top 10 fastest cars that were there that day. There's some pretty fast cars there. There's a lot of cars there, so to make 4th or 5th, pretty good. Y'all like and subscribe and have a great day.